Good morning, children. Today is 12th January 2021. English video session for class 10. The book we are doing is First Flight, and I am doing the poem Animals for question and answer session. I repeat, today is 12th Jan 2021, Tuesday. English video session for class 10. The book I'm doing is First Flight, and the name of the poem is Animals. Notice the use of the word turn in the first line. Please keep the poem with you in your left side. I think I could turn to live with animals. What is the poet turning from? The poet is turning away from living with other human beings as he finds them complicated and false. What does he find? He finds them complicated and false. He would rather live with animals that are self-contained and non-complaining. Look at the two terms used by the author, poet. Self-complaining. Self-contained, non-complaining. Self-contained means who are within themselves. Non-complaining, who do not complain. Animals do not complain. They are whatever they are living within their limits. That is called self-contained. But what about human beings? They find life complicated and false. So here you have to first write out what are the terms used by the author to highlight first human beings, to highlight animals. Okay, then you have to make the comparison. Clear? The poet is running away from life. Sorry, the term living with other human beings. He finds them complicated and false. That is the reason. He would rather live with animals. What does he say? He would rather live with animals that are self-contained. How? Self-contained and non-complaining. Okay? Non-complaining. Terms need to be perfect. Mention three things that humans do and animals don't. Yes. The poet has drawn three comparisons between humans and animals. Humans sweat and work to make a living and later whine and sulk about the amount of work they had to do to survive. Animals, on the other hand, do not whine about their condition. Humans lie awake at night and cry for wrongs they have done. Animals do not weep for anything they do and sleep for what they do. They sleep peacefully. Finally, humans make each other sick by discussing their duties to God. However, animals do not have any God and they live and survive without any prayers or fast here fastings. Okay, so very beautifully the author has brought out. The poet has drawn three comparisons between humans and animals. 1. Human. Humans sweat and work. Okay. For what? To make a living. Okay. What do they do after? Later whine, they cry and sulk about the amount of work. Sulk, go on repeatedly say and feel irritated and angry and anguish about the amount of work they have to do to survive. Only to survive how much they have to work. Clear? This is human. Now what does the animals do? Animals, on the other hand, do not whine. about their condition. They just take their condition as it is and carry on. Humans lie awake at night. They don't get sleep. Why? They cry for the wrongs which they have committed. Okay, they have done. Animals do not weep for anything. Animals don't cry. And what they do? They sleep peacefully. Finally, human beings make each other sick. Why? By discussing their duties to God. They don't stop with their people, they also extend it to gods. Let us think about animals. However, animals do not have any God. They live, they survive without any prayers or fasts. Clear? Okay, next question. Do humans kneel to other humans who lived thousands of years ago? Discuss this in groups. Yes, humans kneel to other humans who had lived thousands of years ago. They worship their ancestors, pray by kneeling in front of their portrait. They hold religious sermons and ceremonies in their memory. Do humans kneel to other humans who lived thousands of years ago? Yes, humans kneel. Kneel means what? Bend with your knees and pray. Okay, to who? Ancestors. What do? They worship their ancestors. How? By kneeling down in front of their portrait. Okay? They hold what? Religious sermon, ceremonies in their memory. Memory in thinking about them. Okay? Yes, please write it. Yes, do humans kneel to other humans who lived thousands of years ago? Answer yes. Discuss, then elaborate. Okay? Next. What are the tokens that the poet says he may have dropped long ago and which the animals have kept for him? Discuss this in class. Hint. Whitman belongs to romantic tradition that includes Rousseau and Wordsworth, which holds that civilization has made humans false on their own true to their own true nature. What could be the basic aspect of a nature as living beings that humans chose to ignore or deny? The token that the poet say he might have dropped long ago and which the animals have kept for them is his true nature as a human. While humans came close to civilization, they gradually move away from their true nature. The natural instinct that humans had and the innocence which they lived and helped each other have been left behind somewhere. As they got near civilization, they chose to leave behind the virtues of kindness, sincerity, unselfishness, joy, satisfaction, respectability, and sharing. They took to vices such as greed, selfish desire to capture everything, and other such inhuman characteristics. Animals have carried forward real instincts and characteristics which the poet looks at and tries to remember where he had negligently lost the true nature. Let us see the answer in detail. Let me read the question again. Tokens. What are the tokens that the poet says he might have dropped long ago and which the animals have kept for them? Okay. So there is a token dropped by humans but kept by this one. What is the term referring to? What are all the qualities? Maybe the qualities. Let us see. Whitman belongs to romantic tradition that includes Rousseau and Wordsworth. Nature points which holds that civilization has made human beings false to their own true nature. What could be the basic aspects of a nature as living beings that humans chose to ignore or deny? The token that the poet say he might have dropped long ago and which the animals kept for him is his true nature as human beings. Like human is not human anymore. That is what he is trying to say. The nature of the human is not there. Well, humans came close to civilization. What happened? When we came close to civilization, they gradually moved away from their true nature. What happened? Civilization made them move away from true civilization, true nature. Civilization made them to think differently, not as humans. The natural instincts that humans had. What are all the natural instincts humans had? Innocence. And helped each other. What is that? Innocence. Helping each other is not there now. It is left behind means what? It is not considered at all now. As they got near civilization, what is it? We are now proceeding into, already civilization has changed our personality. They chose to leave behind virtues. So what is left behind because of civilization? We don't have kindness. We are not sincere, unselfish. We want to be thinking about only us. Joy, happiness, satisfaction, respectability, sharing, all these things are left behind when we entered into the phase of civilization. They took to vices. What are all the things they took? Like greed, more and more, selfishness, only to self, desire to capture everything means what? Not what is required, but everything, greedy, and other such inhuman characteristics. What all they have got it? Inhuman. These qualities are referred by the poet as inhuman. Animals have carried forward real instincts. What do they do? Real instinct. How they were 200 for 2000 years ago, 5000 years ago, they remain the same. And characteristics, they remain the same. They don't change. Which the poet looks at and tries to remember where he had negligently lost his true nature. So the poet finds that we have all forgot our real nature, true nature of the human beings, and civilization has made us put behind all the good things of innocence, helping each other, joy, satisfaction, unselfish nature, sincerity, respectability, sharing, kindness, all the good qualities behind. And we are now only greedy, selfish, and want to, desire to want everything. All inhuman characters we have achieved. whereas animals remain the same in their instincts and characteristics. Clear, children? Could you please write the answer because it's elaborate and it is explained very clearly. What is the meaning of token? Yes. Shall I continue with the next one? There are only 4 questions. You please copy this question and answer. Children, when you are writing this, write the poem and write the textual questions, then these additional questions also. The idea is only to make sure that you will be able to answer any sort of question that is raised in this particular poem. First, make a column of the names of all the poems, and then right side all the authors, poets, I'm sorry, all the poets. That you have to first, deleted, you leave it. What are all the poems that are there for your CBSE board paper? List them, write the poet's name, memorize it. Name of the poet, very important. Name of the poem, name of the poet, the poetic device employed by the poet, the parts of the speech, rhyme scheme, theme. You can make all these things in one page and keep it ready. So the reason is you may not forget before every day. If you just go through it, you will not get confused. Nobody should write for animal poem is like Amanda. Basically, they are all having a very enlightened views. So it sometimes when you are not revising it, you tend to forget which is for what. So everything, and put it in a wall or a writing pad and read it every day. Okay, name of the poem, including the prose section also, the authors, the characters, especially your the moments, the feet, sorry, not the supplementary reader. Very, very important. The names of the characters, they make mistakes there only. Confused. When they are writing, they get confused and they make a mistake. So make sure that you write all those things. Repeated practice. There is a very small difference between a student who gets 98 99% in English language and a person getting 80 78 80 or 85%. Simple. The amount of accuracy shown by him is by the student in 98 99 is more, and uh, a careless attitude has been shown by the 85s and 80s. Simple. So if little, these are all, anyhow you are doing all these things, but still one step ahead if you do it, the success rate will be beyond. Okay, that is why from that. And if you think that in the last minute I will do all these things, this will never work. You have to do it as a conscious effort every day. If you are very particular about your highest distinction marks, if you are aiming, then you need to work on it like this. We cannot have a very postponed effort and then think that I can patch up. In reality, you will get more confused, and there is a possibility of mixing up things and ultimately fail. Okay, I'm not telling you're going to get poor marks. No, you will get good marks, but If your expectation is 98 and 99 out of 100, then you need to do all this work. Okay, thank you children. Bye.